Hey everyone, welcome back to Selenium with Java, June 2023 batch, online training session 5. So today's session also with the advanced Java part, where primarily I will try to focus on the Java ops concept. You can understand about the ops concept, then inheritance, then method overloading, method overriding, import and of super, static and final keyword, and abstraction or abstract class along with the interface. So these are the topics will be covered in today's session. So what is OOPS? Most of the programming language starting from C++. So C does not support the OOPS concept. But starting from the C++, Java, then C hash, Python, most of the programming language support OOPS, which is nothing but the object-oriented programming system. So that is the way objects are properly organized. So in case I want to talk about more OOPs, so there will be starting with object class, then four more concepts will come: inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. So inheritance in Java is a method in which one object acquires all the properties and behavior of a parent object. It is the important part of the OOPs. Using inheritance, user can create classes that are built in upon existing classes. When user inherit from an existing classes, then we can reuse methods and fields from parent class, and user can add new methods and field as well. The class where the class member are getting inherited is called superclass, parent class, or the base class. The class to which the class member are getting inherited is called derived class, child class, or subclass. So how the inheritance is possible? So we need to use the word called extend keywords through which inheritance it can be possible. So you know, right, there are concept called class and interface. Interface you will be learning slowly. So class to class inheritance will be with the help of the extend keyword. Interface to interface it will be again interface to interface will be again extend keyword. But like whenever class to interface we need to use implements keyword. So these are the thing, right? Sometime interviewer might ask questions. Okay, so you need to be probably get to know. অতনু, তোকে বললাম যে হাত পাগুলো ধুয়ে আসতে এখানে বসতে। তুই কি শুনেছিস? আমি জিজ্ঞাসা করলাম পাগুলো ধুয়েছিস? তবে তো বস। Okay, so there will be parent class and there will be child class. So parent class to child class we have make the inheritance. So in the real time example, just I am trying to give you. So I mean in our real time family history also, right? There will be grandparent, then parent, and then we, right? Maybe the third generation. So grandparent something will come to my parent, and from parent something will come to the child or the children, maybe son or daughter, like that. But here some of the properties coming, not all. But in Java, in case we are trying to establish the relationship of inheritance, so all the relationship will be established, mean all the methods, all the kind of public, right? All the methods or all the fields, all the variable, we can use it in the child class as well. So parent to child. So in Java, there is single inheritance is possible, like from one class to another class, as well as multi-level inheritance possible, means from grandparent to parent to child. That is the way. But in Java, multiple inheritance is not possible using a class, whereas it is possible using interface. So multi-level inheritance using class is not possible in Java. Java supports single and multi-level inheritance, but multiple inheritance is not possible for the class. So that is the concept of inheritance in Java as part of the one of the OOPS concept. Now let's go to the Eclipse. Let's try to create a class. So say I'm just giving the name as session 5 class A. Okay. Let's try to define a variable called integer I equal to 20. Let's try to create a method, right? So public void. So what is the method? Maybe addition or some method I can call, or maybe add addition method. where I can pass two argument, maybe say integer m comma integer n. Okay. Then it is a void, so I can print it out the summation of m plus n directly. Or you can create a new variable called integer and you can sum integer that new variable equal to m plus n, you can print it out. So this is the one method I have created public and also that variable also in public. So what I can do in case I need to access those things right from the class level to the main method, I need to create an object. Are you guys able to hear me right? Okay, sure, thanks. So that is the way I can create an object. Now in case I want to access the variable, so definitely I need to call that object reference and after that only I can use that variable. You could see the return type of the variable is integer coming from session class A, session 5 class A. And then with the help of the object I can simply call the addition method and where I can pass to variable say 20 and 30. Now I can execute it. Definitely run as Java application. So it will be executed and it will be right giving me the result 20 and 50. So that is the variable first one and second one is the method I am calling with the summation method m plus n 20 plus 30 equal to 50. Okay, so that is fine. I can create individual class and definitely I can access all the important variables or important method from that particular class. Now let's try to create one more class. So session 5 class B and I'll be also selecting the public static void main method. Now what I'll do, I'll copy these two variable or method here. I'll be simply pasting it here. The class level, maybe I can change the variable name j equal to like say 30 and instead of addition I can change, maybe you can keep it also subtraction. So I can pass the two variables same, I no need to change any name, variable name m minus n. Or maybe I can change it like say x and y. This is the two variable I can change. So here it will be x minus y. Okay. Now similar way what I can do, I can create an object of the class B. Okay. Now with the help of that object I can call that variable whatever declared in that particular class B which is dot j is coming from session 5 class B and then I can call that subtraction method you could see and I can give something called 50 and 15. Okay. So it should be working fine at the class level and it will be giving me the proper result, right? So that value is 30 is getting printed and 50 minus 15 equal to 35. Now this is a two unique class, so there is no relationship established. So say in that class B, in case you are able to access the class A method or variable, is it possible? Let's try to do it. Okay. So what I can do, similar way, right? I will try to access it. Okay, I variable. So that is the variable declared in the class level I, A, right? So you can see it is giving some error automatically. What is the error? I cannot be resolved or it is not a field because that is not available in that class level, in that class B. Okay, so that is the reason we are not able to access it. So how we can get the access it and how can establish the relationship of parent and child? Let's say I want to make A as a parent and B as a child. So what I need to do in the child class, I need to use the extend keyword and I need to give the parent class name and need to save. Immediately you could see error message gone. Why? Because now this is my parent class and this is my child class. So child class can access all the fields and the method from the parent class. So as and when you are establishing the relationship of parent and child with the help of inheritance or Java ops concept inheritance, automatically that issue is resolved. Now similar way with the help of the object B dot, you can also access the addition method, because as and when you are establishing the relationship of parent child, automatically all the field whatever declared right in the parent class, or all the variables, all the method as a public, automatically you can access in the child class. So give it like say 30 and then 65 like that. Now you could see this class A label attribute I can also access, and method I can also access in the child class. So here class A is the parent class and class B is the child class. Okay, so that is the way as and when parent child relationship you are establishing, automatically all the parent class attribute properties will be accessible in the child class, but not vice versa. Child to parent is not accessible. Okay, so that is called single inheritance. Okay, now let's try to kind of do with the multi-level inheritance. So I will try to create one more class here. Say session 5 class C. Okay, so here I want to define class A as a grandparent, class B as a parent, and class C as a child. So I already established the relationship parent child. Okay, so now here declared one more variable called integer k equal to say 900 like that. Okay, so I can create an object or instance here first, objc equal to, that is the way, right, class name and then object name equal to new class name, that is the syntax. Dot k. So it will be working fine. Now whatever defined in the class A or class B I cannot access, because here there is no relationship established. So what I need to do, I need to use extend keyword and I need to give the class B reference here. Class B reference. So class C is a child for class B and class B is a child of class A. So how the relationship is getting established? Class A is the grandparent, right? And class B is the parent and class C is the child. That is the way you are establishing the multi-level inheritance. Now, right, with the help of that same object, I can access the parent and the grandparent. So that is my parent object here, J, and I is the grandparent. Now I can call everyone. So C is my child, B is the parent of the C, and A is the right parent of B, means grandparent of C. That is the way you can, similarly you can also access all the method also from the parent and grandparent. So that is called, right, the inheritance, right, which is the one of the very important ops concept, and in Java for the class single inheritance and multi-level inheritance possible. Okay, so your from where it is getting inherited, it will be called base class or parent class or the super class. To where it is getting implemented will be inherited, is called derived, child, or subclass. Okay, so that is the way with the help of the extend keyword we can establish a relationship of the parent child or grandparent parent or child relationship. So child can access the parent or grandparent, but not vice versa. Grandparent cannot access parent or child property, but the one way communication is possible. Grandparent to parent to child, but not child to parent to grandparent, not possible. The second option is not possible. So that is the way, right, Java inheritance will work in the real time. In the real time, whenever we will be dwelling on the framework, you can easily understand more, right, how we need to, right, why we need to use the inheritance concept. Okay, so that's about the inheritance. Any questions, guys? Is it clear? Okay. So yeah, this is the very important. Okay, just try to give some more practice with different maybe 4 class as well, so that be possible. No constructor. I don't think so, because it's a class only, right? Class level and interface level is possible, not at the constructor level, because constructor is a properties of the class. It can be constructor, it can be method, it can be at right, or maybe the variable. These are the properties of the class. Yeah, we are inheriting, right? Yeah. parent to child class or the interface level. Okay. Then the next concept of is polymorphism. That is one of the another Java ops concept. So poly means many and morph means form. It is a Greek word. So means many form, right? Single instance will be having many form. So polymorphism in Java is the concept by which user can perform a single action in different way. There are two type of polymorphism is available in Java. One is method overloading or called compile time polymorphism or called static polymorphism. And second one is method overriding or runtime polymorphism or dynamic binding. Okay. So first one is compile time polymorphism or method overloading or static binding. Second one is runtime polymorphism or method overriding or dynamic binding. Because compile time polymorphism, in case you are just saving the code, you can get to know the impact. But runtime polymorphism, unless you are running the code, you will not able to find the impact. So that is the way they have differentiated. So method overloading means there can be same method, right? We can write, but definitely method should be differentiated with two aspects. One is the number of argument, or second one is the type of argument. I think that I was telling about the last day, right? So just I am giving a simple example of real-time example of the method overloading. So this is the thing interviewer might ask. Inheritance concept I have already given, right? The grandparent, parent, child. And method overloading in example I am trying to give, just no need to worry, I just try to simply remember it. Suppose you are a person, you are taking training from me, so you are a student for me, right? You are the same person. And you are at home, right? You can be sister, brother, you can be father, mother, or son, daughter to your family, right? Based on the circumstances. Tomorrow you are going to office, so you will be a employee of the office. Day after tomorrow you are going to bank, so you will be customer to the bank. So same person, based on the circumstances, right? Based on the circumstances, based on the surrounding, right? You are changing your behavior. That is called, right, method overloading or compile time polymorphism. Understand? So how the same person is behaving? Because you are taking a training at home online, right, from your seat, right, you can do. Okay. And you can maybe in your family you can do whatever you want. In case you are going to office, you have to follow some protocol. In case you are going to bank, you'll be going like that way. That is the way you are changing your behavior, but same person, same identity. So here also we can also try to implement it. Okay. Let's go to the class A. So here we have tried to add a method called addition. Okay. Let's try to copy the same thing. Let's try to create one more thing, addition. So is it allowing? You could see immediately error message is coming. What error message is coming? Duplicate method addition in type session 5 class A. So it is not allowing. So method can be same, but with the change of argument, means either the signature of, means either the number of argument or the type of argument. So what I will do, I will simply first try to change the number of argument. Integer m, n, integer maybe l. That is the three variable I can give. You could see error message gone. So here simply I can call it plus l. Okay. I will try to copy it again. Again error message is there. So here I have changed the number of argument. And here I will change the type of argument, means data type. So instead of that I will be making it double, and here also I am making it double. Now you could see error message gone. So same method I am trying to call with the changing a number of argument or changing the type of argument or data type. Now say with the help of the object, in case you are calling the addition method, you could see three things coming. Here in case you are giving double, so you can give like anything, double. Okay. And again you can deal with three variable. So again dot addition, three variable I can deal here. So that is the way you can access it, like that. So now if you want try to execute, let's comment it out this. Okay. So same method I am creating with different thing. So one of the real time example of method overloading in Selenium is, right, find element by dot xpath, by dot class name, by dot tag name, by dot link text, partial link text. So you are changing the attribute accordingly, but objective is same. You are identifying find element in the real time example. Okay, so these are the very important. So that is called method overloading or static binding or compile time polymorphism. So don't be confused in case interviewer is asking something. So in case of any error, you could able to see during compile time, means during saving the code only. You don't need to run it. So that is the called method overloading. Then method overriding. So what is method overriding? Right, sometime we can have same method in the parent class or the child class, or same variable. Then what will happen in case I am establishing a relationship parent child? Okay, so what will happen here, as part of runtime polymorphism, your parent will be overridden and your child will be taking the privilege. In case same exact method or same exact variable name is there and there is a relationship established between the parent and child, that is called runtime polymorphism or method overriding. If subclass has the same method as declared in the parent class, it is known as method overriding in Java. When a method in a subclass has the same name, same parameter or signature and same return type exactly as a method in its superclass, then the method in the subclass is said to override the method in the superclass. So method declared final cannot be overridden, constructor cannot be overridden, static method cannot be overridden. Let's try to see. So here I have declared simple, right, this thing I, and create a method called addition. Let's try to go the same thing, just I am not changing anything. Okay, same thing. So it will not be throwing any error because this is the two class. So I can define same method and same variable in the two class. So that is not a problem. Okay. So in case I want to access in the parent class, there will be no problem at all. But in the child class, where as it is extending, right, inheritance establishes a thing. So in case I want to access, let's try to comment out here. Yes, object B addition. Okay, and here you can maybe change the body. Though it is method name is addition, maybe I can change the body here. Okay, it will multiply. Okay, and the value I am giving is 10 and maybe 5. Okay, and object I name also I can change it, maybe 50. Okay, so here in the class A, object I value is 20 and addition method objective is to add to method to variable or argument. But here in the class B, I am changing the variable value as I equal to 50 and addition method inside the body, maybe just for understanding purpose I am changing it to multiplication sign. So now what will happen in case you are trying to access I variable and that addition method? So it will simply ignore the parent class and it will take the privilege of the child class. Now if you run it, let's see how it is happening. You could see method I value is coming from here, right, 50, and also that addition method, sorry, the variable value I is coming from the child class B, and the method addition which is coming from here 10 multiplied by 50, though it is addition method, so it is coming as 50. So that is the way your parent class is overridden. I am just giving a simple example. Suppose say my name is Haradhan Pal, right? So what actually happened in the real world? Most of the country, my daughter or my son will take my surname, Pal, right? So by default, she or he is generating my surname. Okay, suppose say I am just creating a variable called surname. Here I am giving it Pal, and here in case I did not define anything, so automatically my daughter or son surname will come as a Pal. Okay, but my daughter don't want to take my surname. She wants to change her name, surname. So what will happen? My surname is available Pal. My daughter want to change it to other thing, right? Okay, maybe Basak Samantha like that. Suppose it's Bengali name, surname like that. Okay. or can do like that. So what will happen? You will be creating the same variable with the other value. So in case she is trying to access from her level, child level, so my thing will be override, nullified, but her thing will be taken the present tense. So that is called method overriding in Java. In the real time example, I'm just trying to giving. Suppose say in the Selenium, right? In case you already seen about the kind of page load time, right? We are using something called implicit time. Maybe I did not cover that one. Implicit timeout means suppose sometime I know that, right, I need to give some timeout called 30 seconds so that page will be fully loaded, and after that you will try to identify the element 30 seconds. Okay, so I can declare it at the parent class. So automatically all the child class will try to validate the same 30 seconds. But say I already dealing with 20 pages or maybe 100 pages. Okay, so I know that most of the pages will follow that 30-second maximum timeout. Within 30 seconds, all the thing will be loaded for that page. But maybe for one or two page, I know that this is a very big page. So I want to specify some timeout for this two page, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes for this thing. So for this two specific page, I will mention that 180 seconds like that. So that automatically your parent class will be override for these two child class. So that is called override concept. Okay. But next question will come that Java generally do the method overriding in case same thing is available in the parent and child class. Okay. But still I want to access my parent class properties, right? Then what is the possible solution? So to do that, we need to take the help from the super keyword which is available in Java. So super keyword in Java is a reference variable which is used to refer immediate parent class object. Whenever user create the instance of subclass, an instance of parent class is created implicitly which is referred by super reference variable. Super keyword can be accessible at variable level, method level. So private methods of the super class cannot be called. Only public and protected method can be called by super keyword. So before that let's try to define something. Okay. So method declared final cannot be overridden. So that part I'll be covering. A static method cannot be overridden. That part also be covering in the upcoming video. So that's upcoming session only. Upcoming topics. So how can I trying to use that parent class properties also? So what I need to do here, these two methods I have created, but here in the child class I want to access the parent class value. So what I can do, what I need to do, okay, for that one. So I need to take the help of the super keyword. Okay. So what I can do here, say I will be creating a method here first to access the super variable. So say I am giving something called parent var, okay, variable. I want to access it. So how can I access? I need to give something called ISO, then super dot variable name I. Now you could see it is coming from class A, which is the parent class, right? So that is the way I need to create a method to access it. Now let's comment it out, this code here. Okay. Now in case you want to access the variable I, so what value it will be printed? It will be printed from the parent class value, which will be 20 here. Okay, sorry, not that way. So that way it will be giving the child class, but I need to call that method, right? So what is the object B, and then what is the method name I have created? Method I have created, yeah, parent var, right? Now if you access it, you could see the value will be coming as 20. Okay. Next question will come, right? I want to access both the value. How it is possible? So simply in that method you can just use I. So it will be giving the child class value, subclass value, and super dot I will give parent class value. So that is the thing is possible. In case you do not require anything, you can comment out the same line only code. You could see first one is coming from subclass value, which is here, and second one is coming from the superclass value, which is from here. That is the way you can deal with that with the help of the super keyword. Okay. Next one, so that is the way I am accessing any variable, right? Next one, in case you want to access the method also, so I can create similar way. Let's create one more method called, say, addition method, maybe add all, right? So what I need to do, I no need to give any SYSO. Simply I need to call the method addition, which is subclass. Okay, one second. Think so. Yeah, public. Okay, addition method. What the problem is coming here? Add argument. Okay, addition I need to again give it, right, that argument, otherwise it will not get, not double here. That is the whole method name I need to give. Okay, addition. Okay, here I need to declare these two things. Okay, int m comma int n. Here I can change it, I think so. One second. Yeah, sorry, that will be the m and n here simply. Okay, so that is the way I can call it out. Now if I want to access them, because same thing will be passing it only to variable, otherwise it will not work, because exact signature would be there, right? Exact signature, exact data type, then only your overriding will happen. Exact same thing, right? I already mentioned in the previous slide. Okay, you could see uh, same name, same parameter or signature and same return type, then only overriding will happen. So now in case you want to access it here, dot, what is the method name I have given? Yeah, let's give 30 and let's give 60. Now let's try to run out, so that same thing will happen. For the first one is the child class, which is multiplied 30 into 60, and the second one is the 90. But in case you want to access only the parent one, so simply you can just comment it out, child class. So automatically it will be reflected here. No, I have commented different thing. Yeah. Okay, so that part I need to comment out. Yeah, 90. So that is the way your like method overloading, method overriding is happen. And in case still you want to access like the parent class attribute, you need to use the super keyword at the variable level or at the method level. So any questions from these three topic, guys? Is it clear? I mean, just need to do some practice little bit, because these are very good implications in the real time also. And most of the interviewer question, in case like they used to ask interview questions, so I already mentioned from the previous topic, they might ask some question from the loops concept, right? Then the importance of the break and continue keyword, and then some questions might come on the array, right? Or the like starting with array, then they will start with character, then will go to the string, then will go to the array, and then they will go to the collection framework. So these are the thing is having some relation, right? String character is nothing a single word, right? And like combination of different word will right create a string and collects sorry and then mat sorry that array is nothing but a contiguous memory location, right, having multiple right row and matrix combination with similar data type. But your problem is with that array is that it cannot right you, as and when you are defining the size it cannot be changed at the runtime. So that is the reason your array will come into the picture. So tomorrow so then you can understand we no need to give any size. Suppose today there is a 10 says 10 element, so it will consider the size as a 10. Tomorrow in case you are having 20, it will take the size as a 20. You no need to hard code it because in case you are kind of declaring the size that you cannot like add more element, or in case you are having less element, automatically remaining thing will be taking the default value of the data type. So these are the kind of stuff. But in today's topic, whatever I'll be covering, most of the topic is important in the real-time standpoint as well as from the interview perspective as well. So the collection part, right? Most of the interviewer will ask the question from the collection, and they will say, ask the another question that how this collection framework just implemented in your real-time project, and what is the real-time example with the of the Java Ops concept. So I have tried to cover it. Any questions? Is it clear? Yes, in the Java, right? It is called JCF, Java Collection Framework. Yeah, in the collection framework, what is the thing? There will be lot of important methods, right? There are a lot of interfaces, lot of class. Okay, so yeah, yeah, right. These are yeah comes up. There are some more advantages there, right? But from the testing perspective, whatever is really required, I am trying to cover it. Okay. Because there is no end of Java. In case you want to learn from the development perspective, you have to learn more and more like that. But yeah, these are the thing. Yeah. Now, these are the advanced part, some of the advanced part, but that is still required and better to have more knowledge because Java collection framework also will be used in the real-time framework. Java OOPS concept will be also used in the real-time framework. So, and multi-threading part. Yeah. Yes. So, I already mentioned there is no syllabus, but whatever is really required for the automation testing, right, to start your journey, those are the part I have tried to cover it in the syllabus, training syllabus. Yeah. Then next one is abstraction or abstract class. This is the one of the another Java concept, right? So what is abstraction? Abstraction is hiding the implementation in detail. Okay, it is called abstraction. So abstraction is a process of hiding implementation detail and showing only the functionality to the user. Just I am trying to giving a simple example. Suppose say in case whatever mail you are using, it can be Hotmail, it can be Outlook, right? It can be Gmail, it can be your organization mail like that. Okay, but you are just sending and receiving the mail. You can send something to list, CC list, BCC list like that. But do you know the internal mechanism how it is working? No. But you are able to only do the thing from the UI end, right? So that is the reason they are hiding the implementation details. Suppose in case you are using a mobile phone, right? You are pressing one, you are pressing send keys, right? You are just going to the WhatsApp, pressing that option, and the message is getting sent. Or maybe in case you have already set something called right the caller tune and the caller list 1 2 3 4 like that. As and when you are pressing one, automatically that person is getting called wherever it is set. But do you know the logic behind that? No. So just you are about like doing the work from the like UI's font, but you do not know the exact functionality of the implementation because that exact functionality is hidden to the user because they don't want to disclose. Because in case suppose in case you disclose your thing, right, the other thing, other company can easily do the thing, right? So then it will affect their business. So that some of the thing, right, some of the organizations they don't want to disclose all the relevant internal things, but they want to just show the output. So that is the called abstraction. Okay. So abstraction focuses on what the object does instead of how it does. A class which is declared with the abstract keyword is known as abstract class in Java. It can have abstract and non-abstract method. So what is abstract method? Abstract method cannot be have any body, and non-abstract method can have a body inside that. So in case you want to define some method as abstract, automatically your class need to be abstract class only. A normal class cannot have a abstract method, but a abstract class can have a combination of abstract plus non-abstract method. I will explain. So from the class, right, to class, in case you are abstracting, you need to use the extend keyword. Okay, let's try to create something class, abstract class. Okay, say animal. Just simply, and you can select that one abstract, automatically it will be abstract class. Created, say animal. Okay. So abstract class cannot have the public static environment method selected. It will throw the error. Okay. Because you cannot create an object or instance of the abstract class. In case you are selecting, it will not be fruitful. Okay. Yeah, it can be there. Main method can be there, but you cannot create an object or instance. So that is the abstract keyword. In case you manually want to create, just simply you need to, before the class name, you need to add the abstract word. So that is the abstract class. So abstract class can have both abstract and non-abstract method. So what is non-abstract method? So I am just defining called public void drink. So what I can do? Animal used to drink water. So whatever animal is there, right? It can be human being, it can be cat, dog. Everybody used to drink and drink water only. Okay, that is the reason I have given the body here. Okay, but in case I want to talk about the eat, we human being, we used to eat vegetables, we used to eat fish, meat, egg, all this stuff. In case it is a say elephant, they used to eat only that kind of trees and grass, right? In case it is a lion, right, they used to eat only meat. So it will vary based on the animal also. So that is the reason I don't want to give the body, because animal class can have any n number of class animal, right? Monkey, donkey, right? Lion, say kind of tiger, human being, all this stuff, cat, rat, all this stuff. But their eating habit will be different. But everybody used to drink water. That is the reason I have given this kind of stuff. So I'm just giving another example. Say student. Okay. So student, all the students from a particular college or school will be having the same school name or college name. So for that particular method, I can give the body. But otherwise, their roll number will be different, their name will be different, their class number will be different, all this stuff will be different. So I can just simply create a method, and whenever I will be calling to the other class, then only I am trying to implement the body. So that is called abstraction. Okay. So I will be creating another method called public. So in case I need to do some abstract method, then what I need to do? I need to use the keyword called abstract. Public abstract. Void, say it. And here you cannot give any body. Okay. That is the way you can need to declare any abstract method. In case you are trying to give some body, so what will happen? It will throw immediately error. What is the error? Either you need to remove the abstract keyword, otherwise you cannot give the body. So that is the one, you can just simply remove that one, automatically error message will gone. Otherwise, in case you are giving the body, you need to remove those part, body part you need to remove it. Okay. So abstract class can have both the abstract and non-abstract method. But in case you are removing the abstract class, so normal class cannot have the abstract method. It can have normal method. So you could see what is the message coming. Either remove the abstract modifier from the abstract method, otherwise make the animal type as abstract. So method can be abstract, means without any body, right? An abstract class can have both abstract and non-abstract method. Non-abstract means it can have body. So you cannot create an object or instance for the abstract class in the main method. So in case you are trying to create, say, animal equal to new animal, it will throw the error. It cannot be instantiated. You could see immediately error message is coming. Cannot instantiate the animal type animal. Why? because this is abstract in nature. So what is how I can use it? So this is the where, right, you are trying to implement all the logic, but right, you want to just show the functionality to the user. So what I'll do, I'll be creating a class. Mhm. Normal class. Say what I did not given any. Oh, sorry, I didn't given the class as class name only. So what I'll do, I'll refactor and rename. Say tiger. That is my class name. So automatically it should change here. You could see that change. In case you do some mistake, you can rename it. So what I'll do, I will extend it. EXTNDS extend animal. Okay. So you could see some error message is coming. What is the error message? So in case you are extending, right, normal class from the abstract class, automatically whatever method defined and abstract, you have to by default implement it. That is called, otherwise it will throw the error. So what is method is there? Only one unimplemented method. So you have to implement it. So that is the way you can implement. You can remove the override part and you can implement here. You can give the body now. What body? Right? Tiger used to eat meat. That is the body you can give. Now in the main method, or you can card the code, right, and you can paste at the class level to give you more clarity. Okay. Now say tiger, I am creating a object. So tiger, Royal Bengal is a tiger name. Royal Bengal tiger equal to new tiger. Okay. And in that particular tiger class, I can have its own method as well, right? I can have. Now with the help of that, right, I can call that eat method, which I have defined in the child class. Apart from that, I have called also the drink method, which is already in the parent class. And also I can have one method also written here. So that is the way your, right, abstraction will happen. Okay, you could see tiger used to eat meat and animal used to drink water. So that is called abstraction. So abstraction is hiding the implemented detail. So in case you are creating the abstract class have any, right, n number of method, abstract and non-abstract method. Abstract method will not having any body associated. And as and when you are defining something called abstract class, you cannot create an object or instance for that class. What you can do, from the abstract class, you can have n number of class inherited. Okay, then as and when you are inheriting, so by default you have to implement all the unimplemented method, means for which there is no body by default, otherwise it will throw the error. In case that is having 4 methods, so you have to add 4, implement 4 method. So now let's try to add one more method. Okay, so I'll be trying to okay, maybe sleep, eat, and then sleep. Okay, so this is also abstract method. Now in the parent there will be no error, but in the child you could see automatically some error is triggered automatically. What is the error? Because another new abstract method created, so I need to implement it. So you could see add unimplemented method again. Automatically I can implement it somebody, right? So there will be no error. So that is the way your relationship will be established from the abstraction. So abstract class we can create. Suppose say, just giving a simple example, real time example, in case you are working on a banking project. Okay, so in any of the bank, right, they will be having basic thing. Okay, so first one is the your, okay, they can have n number of loan. So whenever they are giving a loan, say home loan, car loan, personal loan, right, that is the, right, I can create a abstract class which is bank, and I can create this method called personal loan interest rate, home loan interest rate, and car loan interest rate. This is the simple I can define without any body. But next time, in case SBI is implementing that particular bank, SBI can have their own rate, right? 9%, 10%, 11%. Whereas other bank called HDFC, they can have 7, 8, 9. ICICI can rate have 6, 7, 8. So they are implementing same thing, but they are having different. Okay, so that is the way your abstraction will happen. Any doubt? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, right. Same way only, right? Anyway, I'll be covering mostly in that in the next topic, which is your which is the interface. Here you can get to know one with one more real-time example. Yeah. I'll be covering another example. Okay, then you can understand thoroughly. Okay. Then the next one important thing is of the abstraction is interface. So here we are talking about right abstraction, and so abstract class have right abstract and non-abstract method. But interface mean 100% abstraction in nature. So you no need to manually define also the abstract keyword. Though you are defining public method, but automatically it will take the abstraction method only. So it is 100% abstract in nature. So interface in Java is a type definition block which is 100% abstract. All the interface methods by default public and abstract. Static and final modifier are not allowed for the interface method. In interface variable are public, static and final by default. Interface also cannot be instantiated because they are abstract in nature and does not contain any constructor. Interface can be used using implement keyword for a class, I told, right? Class to class extend. Interface to interface extend. And class to interface it will be implement keyword. A class that implement an interface must implement all the method declared in the interface. Okay. So I just giving a simple example. So you are a car manufacturer company. Try to understand thoroughly, guys. So you are a car manufacturer company, right? It can be any brand. It can be Hyundai, Honda, BMW, Maruti Suzuki, Tata, right? Any kind of brand. Okay, and they can definitely they can build any kind of wheeler, four wheeler, right? It can be a taxi, it can be cab, it can be bus, it can be truck, like that, right? But they have to follow the right local government policy, right? So otherwise their manufacturer product will be in fault, default, right? Fault will be there. So say a car, the basic amenities should be like that. A car should be having some wheels, should be having some engine with capacity, should be having some front light, should be having some back light, should be having some seats, should be having some horn, should be having some sort of maybe gate, right? So these are the basic amenities cars should be having. It does not matter which company or which car or bus you want to design. So that is the reason those are the important properties or important method name you can just define in the interface. So as and when you are implementing the interface for any car, it can be bus, truck or car, so automatically you are trying to implement the interface so that that particular class will not allow until you are implementing all the method, so that you will not forget anything to implement it in the real time, so that your manufacture your that particular thing will be not in fault. So that is the one of the real time importance of the interface. Similarly, in case of bank also, right, they should be having some sort of interest rate for all the loans, right? They should be having some all the deposit rate, right? But that features will be there, but in case they are ability not implementing, so that will be big mistake, and that will be ruining their bank. So that is the reason, right? Every government will be, every state will be, every country will be having their own regulation. So any manufacturer company go there, they have to implement their interface, whatever already designed, so that they will not mistakenly, right? I mean, uh, I mean, avoid anything. So they have to implement all the thing by default. So whatever body they can give it, that is different story. A car can have four wheeler, five wheeler, it can be have 5 tires, right, wheels. It can be have like maybe 700 cc to maybe 3000 4000 cc. It can be have 4 backlight, 4 front light. It will depend, but it should be having that one front light, or should be the otherwise it will manufacture a defect. Okay, now let's try to understand the interface concept. So go to the package, right click here, and if you right click, so there will be options available called interface. Okay, so say I am keeping the interface called name called vehicle. Okay, you could see that is the way it is coming. So what I can do, I can give something called public void engine and no body, right? So this is the basic amenities I have to give. So I need to change it, engine, front light, back light, right, wheels, and then seats, and then one of the important properties, suppose say horn. These are the basic property it should have. Okay, so that is the way I can create a simple vehicle. Okay, then I'll be creating one more interfaces. So this is for luxury vehicle. Okay, so say luxury vehicle. So what are the thing it can have? So it can have AC, because the luxury part. It can have music system. It can have one more thing called back mirror, right? So that in case you want to, right, go to the different direction, you can able to see the back portion, back mirror. Okay, so that are the luxury, that is not required, mandatory. Okay, so that is the way you can do. So I think some question, yeah. Let's give me 1 or 2 minute time. Let me clarify. After that, you can ask the question, Deepika. Okay. So now interface to interface I can also extend, right? So what I can do, I can extending normal vehicle. So in the luxury vehicle, all the attribute for the luxury as well as all the attribute for the vehicle will be there. Okay. Then I will be creating a class. So say luxury vehicle can be a BMW, right? BMW will be luxury vehicle because that is the cost. Normal vehicle like Maruti Suzuki might not having the luxury. Okay. Okay. Let's try to create a class for BMW. Okay. I can create a method here. So you could see by default, right? All the classes, all the methods will be in abstract only. By default, though you are not defining, so you cannot create an object or instance for the interface. Okay, you cannot instance it in interface. Now what I need to do, I need to use implements keyword. Here I will be using luxury vehicle. So automatically these three methods from the luxury vehicle. Apart from that, wherever defined in the vehicle, also it will be coming. Right. So as and when you are doing, automatically error message is coming. So you have to implement all the unimplemented method. You could see all the method is showing. You cannot remove a single thing. It will be error. So that is the beauty of the interface. So you no need to worry. As and when you are creating the interface, so you have to implement everything so that there will be no fault in the product. That is the real time beauty of the interface. So you could see you need to implement, automatically everything will come. Now you can give some body here. I can remove that override part, not be a problem. So say engine SOI, I can give something, right? Maybe engine capacity, say 2000 cc. Just simple example, like that. Okay, that is the way you can just give the body. Front light, maybe 4 front light, right? 4 front light. So that is the way you can give all the thing for all that part. Okay, you can remove the override part. So horn, AC, music system, say good music system. Okay, like that. And here you can create an object, right, for the BMW. Say I'm creating the object called BMW equal to new BMW. And now I can, with the help of that BMW dot, right, all the method you can call, right. So say front light, I can call like engine, then you can call all the methods. So now you could see the outcome. Automatically it will be there. Okay. So for front light engine, right, that is the way. You can have your own also, right? Own thing. Maybe BMW have some sort of extra features, right? Specific to their class. You can also add the own extra method specific to their class only. So that is the way. But the objective of the interface is that important thing you can define as an abstract one. So that automatically any class is implementing the interface, they have to implement by default. In case you are removing any particular thing, right? Say I am removing any method, automatically you could see the message will be there. You could giving that thing, right? Add unimplemented, whatever thing is there, it's missed. So you have to implement it. So that is the thing. Means that in case it is having 10 method, you have to implement tens only. Even one, you remove it, automatically throw there, it will not work. So that is the way you can just survive, right? You can go with the local thing, right? Government policy, all this stuff, and maybe your other way, right? Car manufacturing company have their own unity, and they have some own policy, right, for all the vehicle industry. So that is the way you can just deal with that. Okay. So that is the real-time thing of the interface. So here in the real-time interface concept is WebDriver is the interface in Selenium. WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, right? And from the WebDriver there are a lot of methods coming. So if there's the interface, you cannot create an object or instance directly. So you have to take the help of the Chrome driver class or the Firefox driver class or the Gcode driver class. So that is the real-time example of the interface. Yes, Deepika, your question please. Yes. So that is the way I told, right? Just hold for a minute so that you will be getting. Yeah, yeah, it is a not test engine, it is a Java notation only. No, I am not using any test engine. No, 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 no need to keep that. You can keep it, but I generally do not keep. A later point of time, I found that some more problem is coming. That is the reason I always remove them. You can keep it, no problem at all. Mm-hmm. Interface? No, no, interface I already, interface in abstract in nature. Then how can you create it? Because the abstraction concept is there, right? Interfaces of method are 100% abstract. So any abstract class, you cannot create an object or instance. It cannot be instantiated, right? That is the thing I already mentioned in the BMW is a class. That is the reason. Because that class is implementing the interface. Okay, any more questions? Okay, cool. So last two topic from today. So today's class will be less, shorter. Okay, so that is the small topics today, and tomorrow's class will be also big. But I don't want to club a few of the thing because tomorrow's session will be on your file operation, right? How to read, write file, how to create folder, all this stuff, along with all the collection framework and the multi-threading part. Okay, so tomorrow's class will take more time. So statics keyword. What is the importance of static keyword? So the static keyword in Java is used for memory management mainly. If user can apply are applying Java static keyword with variable, method, block or nested class. The static keyword belong to the class, then the instance of the class When a variable is declared, then a single copy of the variable is created and shared among all the objects of the class level. Static variables are essentially global variables. All instances of the class share the same static variable. It is possible to create class members that can be accessed and invoked without creating an instance of the class. In order to create such a member, right, user have to use static keyword while declaring a class member. So let's go to any class here. Okay. So I have declared that variable called I, right, or maybe the method called addition, right. So this is the normal class, right. In case I used to access them, so I have to create the object or instance first. After that, I can use them. Okay. Then I can use them. So that is the part you already seen about the variable concept, right. So this is the variable, static variable, normal variable. So I have to create a object or instance first, then I can create, I use them. But in case you are declaring something, say as a static, maybe ij value might be 30, right. So static int. Okay. Similarly, I can create a method called, say any method like multiply. Okay, I will be giving public static keyword. As and when you are declaring static, okay, so automatically your memory management or allocation is done. That is the reason to access these two variable or the method, you no need to create a object or instance. You can simply access them without creating the object. Okay, so before creating the object, I will try to access them. Okay, so here it will be j variable, simply j variable, and it will be simply that multiplication method. What is the method name? Multiply, right. Now you could see, we can simply, without creating the object for instance, we can use them. You could see that is coming 30 variable name and 30 multiplied by 20 by 600. So no need to create an object for instance, but normal thing, right. That is the reason they are called as a global variable. Means within the class you can access anywhere globally, but within the class only. Okay, so that is the way statics keyword will be having more importance primarily for the variable and the okay, and the method level as well as the class level. Public static, in case you are defining something as static, that particular class, right, you cannot write invalid modifier. Okay, so that particular class can be inherited. That part I already told, right. Static final class cannot be inherited. Okay, that is the another attribute of the class level. Then the last one is final keyword, important from the final keyword. So why the final keyword is used? Primarily three aspects. One is at the method level, one is at the variable level, one is at the class level. So variable level, why is the requirement? So suppose say in case I have declared a variable, right, value is suppose say 20. Tomorrow any person can come and can change it, the value, but I don't want to change by anyone. So what I need to do, I have to define as a final, so that nobody can change it. Similarly, any method, in case I don't want to override it, so I have to make it final to prevent the method overloading, right. The final keyword can be used at the method level. Similarly, variable level, in case you don't want to change the variable value, you have to change it to make it to final. And third one is the class level. In case you want to write inherit, don't want to inherit a class to the other class, you have to make the first class, parent class, as a final, so that nobody can inherit it. So this is the three concepts. So final keyword is used in different contexts. First of all, final is a non-access modifier applicable only to variable, method of the class level. So final variable means to create constant variable. Final method means to prevent method overriding. Final class means prevent inheritance. So in case I am defining something as a final and the parent class, you could see immediately error message will be coming at the child class or the sub child class, right. What is the error? You cannot remove the final modifier, right. from the class A. In case the base class or the parent class is final, you cannot do the inheritance. Okay, I can remove it. After that message, every in the child class error message gone. Then at the method level, right, in case you are declaring something as final, automatically wherever your inheritance is happening, sorry, method overriding happening, here the problem is coming at the method level. So that is the another concept. So you need to remove it, otherwise you need to rename it. And the next one, suppose say today I am having a variable, okay, integer I 20, then I can be 30, right, 1 second, equal sign, okay, integer I, okay. So at the variable level here it might be problem, so I need to define something at the main method, because here you will be defining only one time. Suppose just giving example here. So in the main method level, in case you are defining some variable, say a equal to 20, and you can change the value. A might be 30, a might be 60, like that. So what the value it will take? What the value it will take? It will take the latest value. Okay, but I don't want to change my value by anyone. So what will be there? I don't want to change the variable value. You could see it is taking 60. So here I need to use final keyword. Immediately you could see next two line error message is coming. Why? Because I have defined the variable as the final, so I cannot change the value. Okay, so I need to either remove the final variable, or I need to remove the value. So this is the two way. So this is the couple of stuff, right, we need to deal with while using the final keyword. So final static keyword is very important in Java, right, to prevent the variable value change, to prevent the method overriding, and to prevent the inheritance. Okay, so just I will repeat it once more time. So OPS is nothing but the object oriented programming system. Primary object class, then inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction will be there. Inherit is nothing but the parent-child relationship or grandparent to child relationship. So in case you are establishing a relationship, so automatically grandparent to parent and parent to child, all the properties they can access at the child level. Okay. So in Java, single level and multiple level inheritance is possible for the class, but though multi-level is possible for the interfaces. Okay, and polymorphism is nothing but the many forms, right? So there are two types: method overloading and overriding. Overloading is nothing but same method I can create it with changing the signature or the data type or the number of parameters. And method overriding is nothing but the same method or same variable is available at the both the parent and the child class. And in the child class, if you want to access, so your parent class will be overridden. But still you want to access it, you have to use the super keyword so that you can access or control the parent class properties. Abstract is nothing but the hiding the implementation detail. So you can create a abstract class. Abstract class have a abstract or non-abstract method. Abstract method is nothing but without any body. Non-abstract method can have body. So in Q cannot create an object or instance of the abstract class. Interface is nothing but the is 100% abstraction in nature. Interface to class, right? You need to use implement keyword. Class to class it will be extend. Interface to interface it will be extend. But interface to class it will be implements keyword. Then static, right, as and when you are declaring some variable or some method is static, automatically your memory allocation, it will be shared across all the instances of the object. That is the reason it is called something as a global thing. And if you don't want to change your variable value movement, or don't want to override a method, or if you don't want to inherit a prevent the inheritance, you need to use the final thing at the variable method and the class level. So that's all from today's session, guys. Thank you.